video has been rated Phoebe Halliwell for flashes of story, but nothing that will ruin the story. Hello Internet! Around here I'm known as Cat of Diamonds, and welcome to my FannishReviews. Today I want to not really talk to you about Partials by Dan Wells, and it's not because I didn't like it. I feel like my videos for you guys lately have mostly been about books that were, oh my gosh, so good, I don't actually want to talk about them so that you can read them and then come back and talk to me later, or not good enough for me to want to bother talking and reviewing about anyways. And Dan Wells is the first part of that. Also, I don't remember who referred this to me in the first place, whether it was on a book blog or just seen in my Goodreads feed, but I really liked going into it not knowing anything but the tagline, the back cover, and the sales pitch. So the tagline is, "The only hope for humanity isn't human." And then instead of having a synopsis or sales quotes on the back, it has a fake quote from the last president of the United States. I think it's still the United States at this point. Anyways, you'll just listen. "When our ancestors were attacked at Pearl Harbor, they called it a day that would live in infamy. The day the Partials attacked us with the RM virus will not live in anything, because there will be none of us left to remember it." A quote by President David R. Craigan, March 21st, 2065, in a press conference at the White House. 3 hours later, he hanged himself. And then the sales pitch on Goodreads says, "For fans of The Hunger Games, Battlestar Galactica, and Blade Runner comes the first book in the Partial sequence, a fast-paced, action-packed blah 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 blah." I really like that it's society rebuilding itself, not like the society has already built itself like most dystopians. The society is still building itself after something terrible that happened recently, and so there's two generations where there's the people it happened to while they were adults and now they're more adult-like, and then the people it happened to while they were children and so now they're teenagers and young adults. So they have this idea of the world that is only after this terrible virus has killed many, many people, and then all the adults in the world have this idea of what the world was like before the virus hit, so they've put together a society based on what worked before. While this book is not without faults, it is so good. I just loved the idea behind this post-apocalyptic dystopia. There are grand details and little details, and I'm hoping that the faults are then addressed in fragments. I got these from the library. This is overdue. I have this one ready, which is the next book, and then I have Ruins, I believe, is the book afterwards, on hold at the library too. Again, it's not without faults, but the lead female in this, I really like her stance and her ideas, and that she seems like a very well-rounded character. I don't know, there are faults within the construct of this world, but I feel like the idea behind this world is still so much fun to explore that you'll have a good time reading it. As I said, I got these books from the library. I would definitely recommend borrowing them from the library, if not buying the first one and then buying them afterwards. I am just getting the rest of the series from the library because my desire to read them outweighs my ability to wait for room in my budget to buy them as books. I think I would probably buy them, and hopefully that the series continues being just as good, so I later come back to buying it as a series, because I just had a really good time reading it. So wherever you are, whatever you're doing, I hope it is a good day. I have to go read. Actually, I have another video to film, but then I'm gonna go read. So without further ado, happy reading.